Hi, this is Sean from Time and Talk. So today's video, just a quick impromptu video. The other day I was thinking about Rolex and how they're a terrible investment. So, you hear people saying that you should buy a Rolex, you'll never lose money, they're a great investment, you'll only gain money in the long run. Some of the models are trading at double, triple, exponentially higher than at retail price. You can't buy them, so everyone wants one, so therefore they're a solid investment. And that's completely true. If you have the connections and the ability to wait, and you get it at retail, great, you're gonna perhaps make money. They're a good investment. If you have a lot of Rolexes that you bought previously, you'll have made loads of money. But I'm thinking about a particular case, in my case, for example, where that's not necessarily the case. So for me, why a Rolex a terrible investment? And this is not to say that all of those other things are not true. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek, I guess, in a way. So I bought a Rolex Explorer in 2006, and in 2006 the retail price was £4,300. It's now 2022, and the retail price I think is 6,000. So in that sense, I've gained from that, from having it for that time, and that's brilliant, and I'm happy about that. I remember when I was buying the Explorer, it's crazy in how little time things change, because I was looking at some second-hand options. The Explorer was new, and I looked at a 16610, a sub, an Explorer. It was either a 11427 or a 14270, and also a 16750, if that's the correct reference number, the Explorer 2 Polar. And oh god, the Explorer was in the twos. It was 2,000 something. The Explorer 2 was 3, and the sub was just over 3. And if you know anything about watches or anything about Rolex, you'll know that, like, those Polar Explorers, they didn't have papers, but 7, 8, 9, maybe even more thousand. A sub is way higher than that now, and even the Explorer 6, maybe 7. So in terms of that was a pretty solid investment. But the way in which Rolexes are a terrible investment is if you want to buy other Rolexes. So, for example, I've been toying with the idea of trading my Explorer for a 36mm, because I have a tiny, it doesn't look tiny on the screen, but a tiny kind of girl's wrist, and the 36mm would suit me more. So I've been checking out like how much I would get on the market, if you like, in quotation marks, for my watch, and I would probably get 6,000, 6,500, something like that, and that would mean that I wouldn't be able to afford that 36mm Explorer, so therefore I would end up losing money, even though I've gained money over the last 6 years. So I think Rolexes in that sense is pretty much, it's like buying a house. The idea that houses are a great investment, property is a great investment. By the way, just so you know, I know nothing about investments, so don't look at me for financial advice. But like when you buy a house, when you want the next house, that's gone up in value too. So the house that you originally had has not really helped you buy the new one. It's exactly the same with Rolexes. If you want to make a few £1,000 or maybe more, trade it in for an Omega or something, then that's great. But if you're looking to buy another Rolex, then you're not going to make that money, because all of the other ones have risen in value too. And that's the disappointing thing, really, I guess, for someone like, I think I had a comment on one of my videos recently saying, Someone said I'm a flipper because I've sold loads of watches, and I'm not trying to make money from anything. I'm just trying to get the original value. If I sell anything, which I'm probably not going to sell it now, I'm trying to get the original value, and I'm trying to buy an equivalent watch, which is not possible really, because that's not the way it works, because this one's gone up in value, but also all the other ones have gone up in the equivalent value. So I'm not a flipper. I'm not trying to make any money off anyone, and if I did, I would be the worst ever person to do that. I've never made a profit on anything that I've sold. I'm rubbish with haggling and things like that. So yeah, just a bit of a check-in, a tongue-in-cheek video on why Rolexes are a terrible investment. They're not, but they also are. If you like the channel, please subscribe, spread the word. Spread the word, if there is any word about this channel. And thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.